Hello, everybody. This is Greg29407 back with another episode of City of Heroes. We have a different character that we've played before today. This is Killdozer, and he is a brute. He is a stone radiation armor brute, and get a little close up of him. So I got him looking pretty good here. He's a pretty tough looking character. He's level 27 right now, and I've been having a lot of really good luck with this guy. This is a background. My first character in City of Heroes back in 2004 was a stone tanker, and I made him look just like this. This is the look he had, and that character was terrible to play. He was a tanker, didn't do much damage. Stone was tough. I liked the stone melee, but the stone armor was just rough. I played him until the end of the game. I never got him past level 41 because he was just so unfun to play. I decided to recreate the character here, but with some changes. I made him a brute, and I got this radiation armor on him, and that's really been really nice so far. So I thought I'd go over the character a little bit, and then we'll see how he actually operates. Again, he's level 27 right now. I just finished a couple of task forces with him, and he does fantastic all the way through. I've got our stone fist, stone mallet, heavy mallet, and seismic smash, which is pretty powerful. I'm not going to get Hurl Boulder. I am going to go ahead and get Tremor, though, at 32. Haven't gotten build up yet. We will, though. Fault is you stomp your foot, and everyone around you gets knocked down. And they don't take any damage, but they get knocked down and stunned. So that's a really useful one. A lot of times I'll start off a big battle of AoE characters with that, and then just start wailing into them. But what I talked about today, though, is all the radiation armor stuff. So the first thing we have is Alpha Barrier, and this is our resistance to lethal, smashing, and toxic. And what we can see here, here we go. So it's like 31% here, and lethal and smashing and toxic is a little bit. Oh, actually, it's very high too. So that one's there. The other one is Proton Armor. This is our resistance to energy, fire, cold, and negative energy. And we can see that's over here. So we get double on the, we get this right here. So, Proton Armor on fire is really good. Less on cold. Really good on energy. Somewhat less so on negative, but still really good. Now, what we also have here is Fallout Shelter. This is a resistance to being held or put to sleep or mobilized or knocked down. We also have more toxic resistance and resistance to psionic power. So psionic is still low, but it's something there. We have a lot of toxic resistance. So this is a good character to go up against the Vazalok early on because he can take all that vomiting. And so these two powers are toggles. And Fallout Shelter is a toggle as well. Our other toggle down here is Beta Decay. And Beta Decay is a taunt. It also makes sure that our enemies have lower chance to hit us and lower defenses. And it also helps boost up our recharge so our powers come up more often. Now, I've also taken Tough on this character. I'll show that in a minute. So we're getting some extra boosts here, as you can see. Gamma Boost is an auto power. And this is a case where we're going to get additional regen and recovery. So what happens is our regeneration rate is going to come up somewhat from Gamma Boost, and a decent amount of recovery rate, our blue bar. So this is a power that helps our green bar and our blue bar, and it's auto. So I've got part of it slotted right now. I'm going to slot a few more things in there. Radiation Therapy does some minor damage to enemies. And but it also takes away their regen. When you click on it, it sucks up their regen, and it gives you hit points and plus endurance. So it's really useful. So what you want to do is you want to wait until you're surrounded by several enemies, and then click on that button, and it's going to take their regeneration, and suddenly your green bar is going to go right on up. Your endurance bar should go up a little bit as well. I don't have this completely slotted out yet, of course. I don't have anything really completely slotted out yet. But it's really useful. And so let me see here. So what I'm planning, I have one heal in it right now. I'm going to get another heal, recharge, endurance modification to help with my blue bar as well. So that's really useful. Uh, in the future, I'll be taking particle shielding, which is you click on that and you get more regeneration. And so that one, I am going to mainly slot that for recharge and heal. And then we have Ground Zero. This is a PBOA. And what happens is we're going to be doing some damage, some energy damage, and toxic damage. It decreases the defense for all of our enemies that are around, and our allies get more hit points and healing over time. So that one we're going to take damage, because it does a decent amount of damage apparently. I haven't seen that yet. But I'm going to slot like 3 damages in there. Accuracy, recharge, and endurance reduction. And then finally we have Meltdown. And Meltdown gives us more, for temporarily, more resistance to everything. More resistance to everything. More recovery, more damage, and it lasts for, I think it's kind of like Rage for super strength thing, where after a certain period when it wears off, then suddenly you're weaker and you got to probably run around away and hide. I haven't again gotten that far yet, but it's really really good. Now, what I've done here, you can see how these numbers are up. What I've done on this character is because I want him to be kind of a stone guy, but I'm using radiation as the armor. I've recolored all the radiation things so they look kind of brownish red, so they look kind of like dirt, and it's like Pigpen from Charlie Brown. So I've changed the radiation look to appear more like as a dusty, dirty thing. So far this character has been really fantastic. I created him. I said, I don't know if this is going to work. It never worked in the original game when he was a tanker. I'll try it out, and I tell you, he has become one of my favorite characters to play. So what I'm going to do is we are in Croatoa, which is kind of like Halloween Town. They added this to the game, soon after it was started up back in the mid 2000s, and they have all these creatures like pumpkin head creatures and weird Halloween kind of things. The whole town is kind of a Halloween town. So we have a story arc to do from Gordon Bauer, who's, I think, the mayor of this town. I'm not going to do the whole story arc here, but I am going to go ahead and show you how this character does his damage. So we'll do a little bit of a mission and see how that looks. Oh, there's another there's a university in here. So Steel Canyon, Founders Falls, and Croatoa are where universities are. So I've already been over here earlier and reslotted some stuff. Oh, let me show you my slotting too. So I have all these powers slotted like you normally would see, a bunch of damage and everything. Fault, I'm going to add another stun. I haven't yet got all these updated yet, but they're coming along pretty well. I still got to put some more stuff in tough and everything too. All right, let's talk to Gordon. I'm glad you've come. Salamanca, I think that's the name of Croatoa, the real name of it. And Croatoa means something else, I don't know. Seems to be under a deadly curse, and my people are suffering. It all began in October when these horrible banished Pantheon creatures started their spells in Paragon City. They released something from the mist around here, something unnatural. Ever since then, we've been fighting to stay alive in the middle of a war zone. As far as I'm concerned, it's my responsibility as mayor to deal with it. Do you think you can push back the strange Bolg creatures? If you can help me keep my village safe, I'll owe you my life to you. So we have to push back the Bolg. Oh, we got to kill 10 of these guys. All right, so we'll just go on a hunt thing. We'll look for some of these guys, and we'll just here's somewhere in here. We'll just kill anything we can so you can see how this thing goes. This guy hits like a freight train. It's a very satisfying way this guy fights. Again, I'm building up my damage bonus because this is a brute. Watch this when I hit my seismic smash. Oh, well, that was depressing. He missed. Anyway, I'll show that to you next time it comes up. It's more Furbold. So these are these pumpkin head things. This is kind of a neat town. Okay, all right, here we go, seismic smash. Look at that, 317 points. And it gets him real dizzy too. Turn on my combat jump. I've got a defense in there, so it boosts up my defense a little bit. Let me show you how fault works. But now they're all kind of dizzy, so they're not fighting me. And as I slot more of that, they'll be dizzy for a longer time. This is a ghost rather than a furbolg. Oops. Oops, I missed again. There we go. This is a very satisfying fighter. And here's a Tuatha Dannan, another type of enemy in this map. They're like what Chewbacca or something. Evil Chewbaccas. Not really werewolves. They're just kind of, I don't know what they are. It's probably some kind of ancient Irish folklore or something. So I took a little bit of damage here. I want to go ahead and get to the point where I can click on this radiation therapy so you can take a look at that. See if we can find some more of these higher level furbolgs. Oh, that was all the, I finished that mission. Let me see if I can find some more enemies that can do me some damage, though. I'll take a little bit of damage from these guys for a bit. Come on, guys, do some more damage. Okay. See, my health bar is still going up pretty fast, and this thing's not going up because it's this is really good for radiation. All right, I'm going to click on this now. I'm going to suck some health from all three of these guys. Look at that. So, and again, I only have one slot in this thing right now. Alrighty. Let's go talk to this guy and see what we got next. Thank you, my friend. My family's been living in Salamanca for generations. My dad in particular did a lot to build it up. I don't intend to see his life's work become a nightmare, Killdozer. If you can help me save my village, you'll have a friend forever. You're becoming a true friend. Oh, okay. Anyway, I think this is like a vacation resort community nearby to Paragon City, and that's the whole deal. So here's our story arc. The furbolg aren't the only new threats around here. There's also the Tuatha Dannan, the most hideous creatures I've ever seen. They seem to like the water. We have a hard time keeping them out of the village fountain. We've all been given up trying to root them out of the sewers. I don't know why that's funny. Okay. All right, so we're going to defeat them in the sewer. All right, well, let's do this mission then. This is get a good feel for how this this character plays. I haven't changed his notoriety on yet, but I think I may do that when I get a few more levels under my belt here. Because again, he's this guy's been very, very effective so far. I'm going to leave combat jumping on because it is have a little bit of defense as opposed to just resistance. All right, good. So these guys are a little tougher. Oops. Chewbacca. Yeah, that's a really meaty feel to the fights. You know, I mean, when he swings that thing, it makes the sounds, and it just feels good as he hits the enemies in this game. I believe this is a defeat all as well. Oh, yes, come on. And again, because of this gamma boost, I really boost my health, and my green and blue bar both come back up pretty quickly. Again, I've only got those somewhat slotted right now. This guy's using quicksand on me. All right, this is a higher level guy. He's a champion. Let's try to put these guys to sleep a little bit. There we go. Ah! Cursor? Cursor? Where's my cursor? There it is. Okay. One thing about Fault is a really good power, but it does tend to miss a lot. So I've got 2 accuracies in it right now. Sometimes even that seems to be not quite enough. Which way does she go here? Yeah, that ends. All right, good. I assume we should go through this little hole in the wall, but you never know. Oh, that's a big guy. Okay. Nice. And again, I'm still using the same cadence that I use on my other routes, where I use one attack and then let Rawl go one and I do one. It really helps out. So my blue bar stays relatively constant. Let's go this way. Ooh, okay. Oh boy. Oh no, it didn't work. I missed. Ah, this is gonna be a tough one. Okay, good. Oh boy, he's healing up too. Radiation therapy. Didn't go up as high as I'd hoped, but it will when I finish slotting it up. It's not the I win button, but it's a pretty good button anyway. All right, that was good. So many different hallways. Let's do the outer hallway first. Kind of work our way back in after that. Oops. Oh, man. Instead of hitting a button, I moved it over. No. There's a bunch of these dudes in here. Alrighty. Oh. The missing has got to stop. Unfortunately, there's a defeat all. All right. Next group. Champion. What's he doing on the wall? Don't want him to heal back up. There we go. Let's check the map, see where we're going. Yeah, we're kind of going in a circle here. Good. This was the tunnel that we went all the way to the end of, so the rest of the map's going to be right over here, it looks like. Okay, dead end there. Here we go. Oh, that's where we came. Okay. Oh, look up. We're getting close to the last few guys. I say that because it looked like they put a little thing for me. In case we got lost. Where is everybody? What's going on here? All right. So that is it. That is the end of this mission. And that is kind of a summary of a stone armor. I mean, a stone melee radiation armor brute. Again, he's become one of my favorite characters really quickly. I've only been playing this character for maybe about 2 weeks or so, off and on. And very fun, very fun. So hopefully that'll give you a little bit indication of what this character is like. As you notice, I've been playing a lot of brutes and scrappers. That's for whatever reason, that's what I'm kind of drawn to right now. Other times I go more for the controllers and that type thing. But anyway, this is a fun character. And as you can see, I've got the little box up here so you can see my different types of resistances. I like having that up there so I can keep an eye on what's going on. So that's going to do it. So until next time, this is Greg29407 along with Killdozer saying sayonara, and we will see you next time.